I've always been a fan of filters in Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe's kind of really gone along with that too in terms of supporting them and making new ones with new versions and enhancing the ones and tweaking the ones that are already there. There are quite a few filters in Adobe Photoshop. There is a distinction, in my opinion, between a filter and adjustment. Adjustments like levels and curves, hue and saturation, etc., are primarily designed to really enhance the image, make it better. Although you will find enhancement features or values within filters, to me, filters are more to create an image unlike any other image, even if it goes into the surrealistic. Have some fun with them is what I say. Two things that were always a problem years ago. You could only apply one filter at a time, and I always tell my students at university that the more creative Photoshop use of filters is with multiple filters, using more than one. Anybody can apply one, but if you apply multiples, you get these really cool results. And we could only do one at a time. That's changed. We can now apply multiple filters. The other one that I love is the ability to apply filters without destroying the image, non-destructive editing. Both those things are available. I have a photograph here of my wife, Bonnie, and she's reading a book. What I want to do is see what we can do to this image. If you go to the word filter on the pull-down menu, you will see filter gallery right there. Understand, the image has to be 8-bit. You cannot use filter gallery on images that are 16-bit. So as long as that number right there says 8, you're going to be fine. However, if you are running and working with 16-bit images and you want to use the filter gallery, you will need to go to the word image mode and change it to 8-bit. We're fine. Filter, filter gallery. When you first get into the filter gallery, you will see the image displayed at 100%, and I want to see the whole image. Down here in the lower left, you've got two choices. You can click the plus and minus buttons here to increase or decrease size, or you can click this button right here and say fit on screen, which is exactly what I want. The filter gallery will reflect the last thing that you did. So you may see something else over here than what I see. The left is the preview. The middle column is for the filters themselves, and you can see we have quite a few of these. To apply a filter to this image, open up the set that you want to try and select it. Now I've got cutout right here, but I've got it off, so let's go ahead and turn it back on. Cutout creates, I like this filter, almost a cartoon look to an image, almost a posterized look to an image. You've got number of levels, which is actually the number of colors you're going to see. If I take levels and take it all the way to 8, I get more colors, a little bit more detail. If I take simplicity all the way to the right, I've got almost like a, I don't know, Art Deco kind of image. If we take it all the way to the left, we get much more detail. So we're applying one single artistic filter, and we're using the controls over here to help us decide what we want to see over here. This button right here allows you to choose another filter without going through the area in the center column. It's up to you. I want more than one filter, so you could never do this before. Filter Gallery has been out there for several years, and I do like this feature. I want to see what the cutout filter looks in combination with another filter. What I'll do is go into this area, those are the filter layers, create a new filter layer by clicking the new button down here. Now you will get two of whatever you had. So I've got two cutouts. Choose the one you want to change, and then click the one you want to change it to, like maybe poster edges. And I don't know, that's kind of an interesting look to the image. Maybe I like that. Or maybe I would like to see what it looks like without cutout, or without poster edges, or maybe I want to add another filter. You can go on and on and on. The beauty is, of course, is that all the filters have the ability to control them. They all have their own options, and you could spend days and days and days just playing around with this stuff. And I do recommend that if you've got the time, because it does help you understand them. Let's say we like what we have here. We're ready to go to the next step. If we click OK, we have changed the image into this version with multiple filters. The problem is we did destructive editing. The image itself has physically changed. So I'm going to press the magic undo key. Let's do this again, but let's work smart. By smart, I mean go to the word filter and tell the computer you want to convert that particular layer for smart filters. Click that button. Notice down here, this is now a smart filter layer. And you can tell that. Let me see if I can blow that up a little bit for you. There's a small icon now in the lower right-hand corner, and that indicates it's a smart filter layer. There's only one difference. Let's do this. Let's go to the word filter and get into filter gallery again. It will remember the last thing we did, so we don't have to do anything except click OK. That's nice. Here's the difference. It's non-destructive editing. I can come back tomorrow and go, oh man, Bonnie's going to kill me when she sees what I did to her image. I better turn that off. I better get rid of it. I can turn it off right there. If I double click right here, I can go right back in to filter gallery and maybe begin tweaking the adjustments. Make it different than what it was. Smart filters, been there for a couple of versions. Smart filters have changed how we work in Adobe Photoshop. We now have the ability to apply something, take a night off, come back the next day, look at it with fresh eyes, decide if we like it or not. Filter Gallery in Adobe Photoshop, a great way to apply filters.